Good morning everyone, and welcome to the Junior School social media post for this week, and I hope you've liked the introduction from our youngest boys at the school. This week I'd like to focus, obviously as you can tell, on our prep classes. So the youngest boys at our school across our 2 prep classes. Much of what occurs in prep builds the essential foundations for a child's school journey. So what happens in their first year of school leads into what will happen all the way through those 13 years of education. And for many of our boys, they start their school journey in the prep year at our school. We will always start with pastoral care, and that term means or describes how we look after boys, how we understand boys, and how we develop their characters to position them best to learn and for their success in the academic environment. But it is the fundamental of our school. We look after our boys very well as a starting point. We have the benefit of 2 outstanding prep teachers. So I'm in Mrs. Grill's class at the moment, and you'll see some footage of her teaching. You can see some boys in the background doing some of their literacy rotations. And Miss Overall, who is our other prep teacher. So the 2 ladies work very closely together. And the description I love over and over again that happens at our school is they are effectively a boy's second mother. So like having a second mother here at school to look after the children. And they understand the boys, they look after them, and they are superb educators. So I hope you enjoy the visit into the 2 classrooms. I've now moved into Miss Overall's room, so she's working with some boys in here on their literacy rotations. So just moving between the 2 classrooms. The foundations for learning for our prep boys start on day 1, and that is where they start their journey with reading and writing. And children, when they start at school, they come expecting to learn from the very start. And if teachers delay that, they can actually dent a child's thoughts about what school looks like. So you can see behind me, the boys are doing some letter formation and working with the phonemic awareness program that we operate, which is very much tailored for boys. We've had some wonderful success and achievements with this over the last couple of years. And the fundamental there is boys learning to read well, and learning to enjoy or love reading. And when you put those 2 things together, you make boys powerful for life. Really important message that they will hear at our school over and over again. Beyond the time with their class teachers, the boys also have full access to our specialist programs, and it's exactly the same offerings as the boys in year 1 through to year 6. That's what happens also in the prep year. So that includes their weekly library lesson, their weekly music lesson with Mrs. Dixon, art and woodwork with Miss Fraser, PE with Mr. Doherty or Mr. Dean, health lessons, and French or Japanese, so 6 months of each. I neglected to mention Miss Worthington with library. And in addition, the boys also have a learn to swim lesson once a week, all year round in the school's aquatic centre. Earlier this week, I enjoyed an occasion that happens each year. I had a pizza lunch with Mrs. Grill's class in my office, so I cleared the furniture on the floor, and I also read the boys one of my favourite big books, which the boys will be able to tell you about at home. I'm repeating the exercise next week with Miss Overall's class, and there are 2 important messages there. The first one is coming to my office is a good experience. It's for good reasons and good things. So having pizza in my office gets that journey underway very early up. And then the second part is being able to read to the boys in my office and have that message from me and all our teaching staff is that message about reading. And as I said, the power of reading and the power of not just learning, but to learn to love reading and where that takes you in life. So important messages conveyed very early up for our youngest boys. Now I hope that you've enjoyed your visit into our prep classrooms and seeing a snapshot of the journey that is potentially a 13-year one for our youngest boys and celebrating our wonderful education. We'll talk to you soon. Thank you.
Goodbye.